Today at Deutsche Auto Parts, I'm going to be answering the question of what's the best mod for my car. For years, I've seen this question asked in lots of places, forums and Facebook groups and things of that nature, and the response from your community is very solid, lots of great answers from people, but in my opinion, this is actually the wrong question. This to me is a lot like going into a shoe store and saying, hey, what's the best shoe? When you go into a shoe store and ask that, the person can't properly answer the question because they don't have context about what you're doing. They may like sneakers and you're looking for a dress shoe. They might like dress shoes and you want to go running. This question is going to be very different depending on what your purpose is. And most people answer their opinion about what they think the best mod is, but that doesn't really take your personal preference into consideration even remotely. So let's talk about a few scenarios that are likely to be a response to that question for a specific model. Since most of our community, or a lot of our community, is Mark 7 GTI owners or Mark 7 in general, we're going to talk about Mark 7 GTI specifically, although this information would apply to pretty much all models in general, but again, these specifics are about those cars. Example 1, software tuning. So software tuning is obviously going to be one of the greatest mods you can do on a forced induction car. This is especially true obviously on the Mark 7 GTI, where they get, somewhere around 100 horsepower for a software tune. The problem is when somebody answers that question to somebody and they ask what's the best mod and the reply is get a software tune, the person who is receiving that response may not understand the implications of what a software tune means for warranty issues and things alike. And so if they don't dive into that further, they may end up making a decision that might not be what they would have actually chosen had they had all the information to begin with. Example 2, springs. So springs are going to be another super popular mod for Mark 7s as well as all other cars because people want springs to set the stance of the vehicle off right, and it's the most cost-effective way to do that without adding coilovers or cup kits or something like that. The problem is the person who's receiving that information may not understand that a couple things. One, that putting springs in your car is going to make it ride differently. So they may not be willing to compromise ride for the sporty handling or lower ride height. They may not actually want to be more likely to have issues with ground clearance issues depending on the area they live in. They may not understand, if you're not doing that job yourself, that it tends to be a pretty expensive install, about double the cost of the actual springs just for the installation. You're looking at probably $400 to $500 in average labor if you're including installment and alignment of springs on a vehicle. So all those factors have to be part of the discussion around making the decision to get springs on a car. So if that's the wrong question, what's the right one? So the right question is going to depend on what your outcome is. What's your goal? What do you want to have happen with your car? If all you care about is handling, then maybe a rear sway bar and a quality set of coilovers is good for you. If all you care about is looks, maybe you want to do a body kit or springs and wheels. If all you care about is doing SCCA events on the weekends and you like to do track events and things of that nature, maybe pads and brake fluid are going to be your first option. Or maybe you're into audio and so you want to do speakers and crossovers and subwoofers as your first modification to your car. Or maybe all you care about is being different and European parts are what you want to do, like European mirror caps or European LED taillights or something of that nature. Maybe power is the first thing you want to go to, and so software is a great option for you. In the end, modifying your car is a personal choice. Making your vehicle your own is about making it unique, different, interesting, or special in the way that you want it to be, not in the way that anybody else feels. So since you can spend hundreds or even thousands of dollars modding cars, you have to decide what the best choice for you is. You need to do you. And since that's true, you have to make the decisions that are going to lead you down the path of, if you want looks, do that. If you want handling, do that. If you want power, go that way. But you wouldn't want anybody else to make that choice for you. It's only for you. You wouldn't ask your bro what pants to buy, would you? You wouldn't ask your bro what kind of socks to buy, would you? You wouldn't ask your bro what the best haircut was, would you? What the best hangers are, would you? You wouldn't ask your bro what the best flavor of Jolly Rancher is, would you? Would you? Maybe you would.